Greetings, everyone. If you are a Ras Mokko or Ras Kitchen fan, then this one is for you. I'm going to talk about Ras Mokko and some rumors, and let's put that in quotation, that surrounds his channel. And I'm going to be straggling the fence a bit here because I have more questions than answers. I'm going to leave you to make up your mind if you are a supporter of Mokko's channel, and just to really think about some of the questions that I ask. Now, we're going to start out with the whole idea of exploitation. And the question around that is, what is exploitation? And also for you to think that when it comes to business and friendship, a lot of persons are not able to sort of differentiate the difference. Many people are on YouTube, including myself, who didn't set out to make this a business. But after a while, you really have to start thinking about it, especially when you're teaming up with someone else. The question is, if I'm going to produce content, if I'm going to take my time and my energy and my hard work and do this work, will I benefit from it financially? And if money is not a priority for you, then when you get into partnership with somebody, you're going to have to determine if what you get from it, which is the pleasure of it, the pleasure of doing it, the love of it, is enough when someone else is benefiting financially. These are things you're going to have to determine. Now, Ras Mokko has his channel, and I believe he's been working with Matthew for the last 10 years. Matthew is a Canadian, and over time they have been working together and building this channel. It's obvious that Ras Mokko know nothing about editing, and so the high quality or content of these videos has to credit, that is, has to go to Matthew himself. But at some point, the issue of exploitation comes up when you look online and you see Ras Mokko having an online store with different merch, with expressions that he uses, teacups and other things that you could purchase. And then there is the issue with that GoFundMe that was established in his name. I think the goal was 5,000 and it made over 11,000. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is because, for one, fans of his have said, Jenny, can you do a review on this? But also, as someone who watched him as well, and I've had thoughts in my mind that I kept to myself, I felt like, yeah, let me put it out there and see where people are at in terms of what they're thinking. I'm not looking at him as a victim, because at some point he would have had to sit down with Matthew and have an agreement. I don't think he would be so silly to allow someone to come from far away and come to his home and make an offer to him, and he doesn't have to agree to something. So we don't know what the fine prints are, what the agreement is between these two gentlemen. We just know that the content is really good and people are fascinated with Ras Mokko. But when you look at how social media is used these days, and that it can be a money changing game for folks, Mokko's life Mokko's life did not change much. He still remained humble, still had humble, environment, humble settings, I should say, around him. And the channel has about 167 or so thousand subscribers. So this is a huge platform. My thing is it Ras Mokko's channel or is it Matthew's channel? If anyone knows, can you tell me in the comment section? Now, the rumors started flying when, what's his name? Backpack Simon. And again, he is associated to Sunrise TV. I think he visited Sunrise TV a little while back and really gave him a strength. What appears to be happening now is there seems to be this tug of war with Ras Mokko. On one side, there is Matthew, and on the other side, there is Backpacking Simon. Now, in recent videos, it would appear that Backpacking Simon is making moves and doing stuff that is benefiting Ras Mokko financially, but we don't know the details. So, for example, Ras Mokko purchased a vehicle. Who gave him the funds to do this? Did he take a loan from the bank? Did he get the money from, the other guy? Is Simon the one that's doing all of this? We see a video with Simon going to help him register his vehicle that he purchased and, to get all the necessary paperwork. And so, because you don't know the detail, it's very difficult to really get into it to say, yes, this Backpacking Simon is a better person for him as opposed to the other Canadian guy. What I want to say is, though, for everybody who wants to start a channel and decide that you want to work with someone, it's best that you sit down and you iron out what is expected, what you want to see happen with your channel, and how it's going to grow, and if it's going to benefit you financially. I have heard a video by Ras Mokko, and that's why I'm sitting on the fence, because he went to the market and someone took his money to scale fish and the person didn't. And when he got home, he was very angry and he said, that's why I don't like black people. And I might be paraphrasing it, but that was what he meant. Like, I don't care about black people because, I don't trust them. And he was very angry. And I'm sure somebody would be angry. Someone took your money to do something and didn't do it. But he says, I don't like black people. And he says, people are talking about, black this and that. And, he cusses a lot of profanity. And if I hear him say this, that he doesn't really like black people because he doesn't trust them, and he is in the middle of these two guys, doing whatever it is that they're doing in bringing him to the world, who am I to come out here and fight for Ras Mokko? He said he doesn't like black people or he doesn't trust them, but he trusts these two guys. And so who is doing him wrong? Who is exploiting him? And I'm going to say, a lot of times black folks, when things don't work out, and when I say work out, when the ones that they love is not loving them back or treating them the way they want to be treated. And for the most part, black people don't want nothing. They want just love. And let me take that back. Some black people don't want anything. They just want love. And so I don't think he wanted anything from any of these guys. I think what he wanted was their love. And so he got their love. If Matthew was with him for 10 years, I guess that was good enough. And so he was building a platform, and it's definitely one that is out there, that is making money. You will ask the question, so what about those videos? If he's making money on that, he's been paid by YouTube, how much of this is he getting? Should we waste our time and cry about Ras Mokko? I also saw an interview he did with another female, and he was saying that the Ras Mokko, or Mokko, sorry, channel was, no more. And then I saw a video with Matthew come out that said that's not the case. And he actually has a voice note that he called and he taped Ras Mokko saying that things are going to continue. Matthew says, I can't travel because of the pandemic. And what we see is Simon doing his thing. Am I going to get between the middle of these three persons? I can't do that. At the end of the day, he's an adult. He's not foolish, I don't think. I mean, at least I hope he's not. He should know what he wants. It's not like you're doing this for 1 month. You've been doing it for 10 years. And folks have been coming to him and telling him, look, you have a merch store online. I see people on your channel. It's clear that he doesn't really understand how YouTube works. Yes, I get that. But if you want to use the word exploitation, you have to be responsible or take responsibility for your own success. And so he has trusted these ones, even though he says he doesn't trust black people, he's trusted these ones to run things for him in his name. And he hasn't seemed to be bothered, except for recently, folks have been telling him all kinds of things. But the thing is, they want to use him too. All of them want to use him. That he's been used by Matthew. The thing is, people can only use you as long as you allow them to use you. But I do see something as, he's expanding his business and you see him, doing the Airbnb. The question would be, who owns this or who will own this ultimately? What I do have to say is there is nothing for free. And I don't believe anyone is going to leave another country to go to Jamaica to help to build him. Each person is taking care of their own needs. And so he has to get to the place where he says, I need this for myself. I want to build this for my grandchild, and so on and so forth. There are some clear signs, some clear indication that something is going on that I don't wish to speak on publicly. It's very clear that this is happening, and this is, as some people speculate. But I'm not going to feel sorry for a person, an adult, who chooses to give away his 3 points. If you don't like black people, and listen, sometimes I understand black folk can rub you the wrong way, but when you're a black person and you decide that you would rather trust other persons and you believe in other people, who am I to come out here and tell you anything? It's your responsibility to check out your own affairs. Many of us, we don't care about not even our own families. We would rather, leave whatever we have to cats and dogs, or leave what we have to, other folks who just see us as a means to an end. It's a good show that he produces, a very interesting man, and it's very clear what's going on. But at the end of the day, again, he's an adult. And if he desires to make something of this great platform that he has, I don't even know if he owns it or not, but I know that he's the star of that show. And so, apparently, the other guy says, I'm going to be backing out a bit. I think they had a conversation. It's very clear they had a conversation, and he got the impression that it was over. But based on the few, Matthew's new recent video, it's clear that they had another conversation. But I think it's over with him and Matthew, to be honest with you. And I think Simon is now going to be the next man that he promotes. Anyway, all the best to him. I wish them all the best in their endeavor. We can't be exploited unless we allow ourselves to be. And we're not victims. We allow ourselves to be victimized, and then we want people to feel sorry for us. The whole thing, all the controversy, I'm sure some of the people are looking out for Ras Mokko, and they feel that they need to tell them the truth. But to be honest with you, at this point, if anything be true, everyone involved has an interest and everyone hopes to benefit. And if he doesn't want to benefit from his own work, then what can I say? I'm not going to get stressed about it. He needs someone to manage him and to oversee his business. And if he feels that he needs to give it to these guys, then so let it be. That's his choice. However, these two guys are definitely in the middle. And these two guys are the ones who are going to benefit in the long run. And I'm not going to shed any tears about it. No offense. Go over, check him out. Great content, always cooking and all of that. Stay blessed.